Good morning. It's Monday, August 28th, about 6 a.m. Central Time. Look at the precious metals overnight. They're mixed here, and this is really after Friday's volatile session with Jackson Hole, and Jackson Hole did conclude over the weekend. So looking at price action, you got gold up $2, 1942, silver unchanged, 24.58, copper also unchanged, 3.78, and platinum down 5 at 9.43. So the conclusion of Jackson Hole basically indicated that they're going to keep rates at higher for longer, that the U.S. economy and also the labor market are quite resilient. They believe that unless you get some material weakness in the labor market, they're going to continue to see inflation hold at elevated levels. They do take a ratio where they take the JOLTS number, the unemployment divided by the unemployment rate, and you get a ratio about 1.6 here, and anything above that line, above that one level, is going to show that it is a quite robust labor market. So anyone who loses their job or actively looking for it, well, there's 1.6 jobs that should fit somewhat in your field and things like that. So there are a couple little quirks to it. Now, other news here, you did have China that came out. They took some additional measures here, but they really focused on the stock market. Jumped up about 5% overnight as the session went on. It paired quite a bit of gains. I think that people are generally concerned, especially if you're heavily invested in that market. So looking at this week here, there's going to be a lot of things to watch. It's a big data week, and it's just I'm even leaving out quite a few of them. You got the JOLTS number on Tuesday, you got GDP on Wednesday, core PCE on Thursday, and the unemployment data on Friday. So a lot of big numbers coming out here, and it's going to just grab headlines as the day moves on. So looking at some critical levels that I'm watching in the precious metals. So gold, the current trend, it still is bearish right now. I mean, we have been unable to get above 1951. We shoot above it for a second, we come down. I think that's just kind of a line in the sand, and it's really an arbitrary one. It's just a middle number between 1900 and 2000, but we're just unable to attack the upper boundary to threaten the 2000 level. So I think you gotta close above 1951. The 200-day moving average and the trend neutralizer points 1970. You close above there, you at least go to a neutral trend. You're gonna see like 1993 and probably like 1948. Those will be your two breakout numbers. So something like what we're seeing in the silver market. So silver broke out last week to the upside. We took some of those positions off the table, and then now you see it's gone to a neutral trend. The 200-day moving average, which I really think is kind of more of a pivot point for December silver, 24.05 right now, and then you got to get above, it's 24.76. So we get above, you got these two levels, you got the pivot. 24.05 is the pivot. 24.76, that's your breakout point. We close above there. We're probably going to see all the trend traders flip. They're going to go long and they're going to play it to the upside. And we'll see if we can get out of this $4 trading range we're in. On the downside, it's 23.41. So we break below 24.05. We attack 23.41. We get below there. Everyone's going to jump out of it. Market's going to press lower. Just the way that it is. So outside markets, they're mixed right now. You got the U.S. equities are slightly firmer. I think it's drafting off of China. The dollar's unchanged, 104. You got crude oil also unchanged, 79.85, and then you've got treasuries unchanged too at 4.23%. So we'll see what happens here today. We'll probably start looking at some other markets. A lot of action in the grain markets, a lot of action in the crude oil market. I think crude oil futures probably a good buy here on any kind of material weakness. So you got any questions, give me a call, 312-858-7303. Remember, futures option trading does involve risk of loss, may not be suitable to all investors. Good luck and good trading.